All right, Shalom. First off, give all praise to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, Wahabrakal Kadash. Double honors to the apostles and the elders of GMS. Salutes and honors to the elect, all the brothers across the four corners who are enduring in truth and sincerity, and the women and children who follow. So I got a lesson today I wanted to go over about this CDC doctor who came up missing. And it's just, a few facts, and I just wanted to go into some speculations about him, because there's already been some talks about what may have happened to him or some things that he may or may not have spoke out about. But, we're just going to get into it. This is from heavy.com. It says, Timothy Cunningham, 5 fast facts you need to know. So we'll just, go through a few of these. It says, Dr. Timothy Jarrell Cunningham, 35, has been missing since Monday, February 12th, and now his family is beside themselves with worry and grief. The bright and talented young man studied at Harvard and is commander at the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention. He left work feeling sick and hasn't been seen since. His family has said that certain communications they had with him before he disappeared left them worried. But no matter what was happening, he would never abandon his beloved dog, a job he loved, or his friends and loved ones. They said, anyone with information, call 911, yada, 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 $10,000 reward. That's the poster that they got, looking for him. And then, let me see. It says that Tim is the consummate professional. His brother, Ontario Cunningham, told Fox 5 Atlanta he loves his job. He wouldn't just cast it aside. He worked hard to get where he is. Says Cunningham had many great things going on in his life. He is very close to his sister, his brother, and his parents. And he has a beautiful home and dog that he adores. He has good friends and was just promoted in a job he loves. So what happened to him? So, he has no reason to, commit suicide. He said that he got sick, and the day before that, he had he talked to his parents, and they felt like it was something fishy going on, and then the next day he disappears. So that sounds like some kind of foul play to me. And then when you break down the fact that he went home, he felt sick. He works for the Center of Disease Control. How easy would it be for someone at the CDC to give him something or to expose him to something? Not to say that that's what happened, but we prophesy in part, we know in part. But he's worked with a lot of different diseases, man. He worked with, actually, about to say it right here. Jump the gun. Cunningham's job may be challenging, but the brilliant young man has always been up to the task. He's a commander in the U.S. Health Service Corps, his family said, and as part of his job is sent to respond to public health emergencies like Zika virus, the Ebola virus, or natural disasters, ABC reported. According to the CDC bio, he's a team lead with the CDC's division the Division of Population Health, and trained with the CDC as an epidemic intelligence service officer. Okay, so an epidemic service officer. So if there's an epidemic that spreads, he's one of the top guys, one of the main guys to respond. Now that right there is interesting to me, because we know that, there's going to be a pestilence coming on this land. And we know that all these diseases are man-made diseases. Now, with all these diseases being man-made diseases, and he works for the CDC, if they're trying to get them to develop something that's going to, mass kill everybody, and he wanted to, blow the whistle, then why not kill him? You got to kill him at that point. And maybe he had found out something. Maybe he didn't, spill all the beans to his parents, but he kind of, gave him a heads up like, hey, look, it's something coming down the pike that, I really don't like or whatever. and then, maybe his coworkers sniffed that out, or, a boss or somebody, and, they had to get rid of him. Because, matter of fact, we'll get to how they left him here in a second. It says, his family said he was recently promoted to commander. 11 Alive reported it's possible things at the CDC were a bit stressful since the head of the CDC, Brenda Fitzgerald, has just resigned on January 31st after a reporter revealed that she had purchased stock in a tobacco company after taking a job. But family and friends have no indication that this affected Cunningham's job personally. It says that his dog, his wallet, and his keys were locked inside his house, but 2 windows were left open. So it says when Cunningham parents traveled from Maryland to search for him, they found strange clues in his home. His phone, his wallet, credit card, and keys were locked inside his house on Harry Brooks Drive in the Riverdale neighborhood of Atlanta. They were able to get in with a spare key. His SUV was parked at his home, and his beloved dog was still inside his house, left alone. Okay, so that's, there's something going on here. You can tell. Okay, his truck's outside. The keys to the truck is locked inside the house with his phone. Who doesn't leave with their phone? The wallet, no money, no credit cards, all this is inside the house. He obviously made it to the house and he got home and left his things there. And there were 2 windows open, they said. So what happened? People just don't disappear in the thin air unless you got translated. But, this nigga didn't get translated, He's smooth booty face. You can, you ain't keeping the statutes of the Lord, the law, statutes, and commandments. But it says this was absolutely not in his character. His parents said he will never intentionally leave his dog Bo alone. And a lot of people, have a connection with dogs. They say that they're man's best friend. It says that they're, loyal to the end. Who would lead their dog? Only an asshole. But it says another strange thing they noticed, that 2 windows in his home were left open. This alarmed them. They told NBC because it was very out of character. He was very environmentally conscious and wouldn't have normally left those windows open, they believed. So how your mom told you to close that door, you're letting all the heat out or whatnot, That's just how Jake is. Says Cunningham is an intelligent, talented young man. He's a scientist, so he has a very methodical mindset and an outgoing personality, a family member told 11 Alive. He graduated from Morehouse, and he earned his SM and SCD from Harvard T.H. Chan School of Public Health. Sean King posted on Facebook that he went to Cunningham at Morehouse. So, he had his family and friends, saying, hey, this ain't like him. Says his family said that something about his text the day before he disappeared had them worried. That's not going to say what the text was, but whatever the text was had them worried. Okay, there's something fishy going on. Cunningham's sister typically stays in touch with him on a regular basis. Says she spoke to him on Monday around 7 a.m. the day he disappeared, and may have been one of his last people that he talked to. It's like they talked to him. His family had also talked to him a lot on Sunday, the day before he disappeared. His parents told NBC News his father, Terrell, said something about those communications made him worried, but he didn't elaborate. Why? Because he didn't want to come up missing. Okay, because at the end of the day, if his son is dead, if his son is gone, and he knows some information why his son got killed or whatever, or the information that he told him got him killed, he still has his wife to worry about. He still has his other 2 children to worry about. So he's not gonna, come out and say it. Obviously, if that's some information that got his son killed, the people who killed him mean business, right? Says I pinpoint Sunday because there were some exchanges via phone as well as text that alerted me to be concerned about our son. Then when he didn't return calls or texts, they got even more concerned. So, I mean, you can tell that there's something fishy. Then, he's supposed to go to I believe like a meeting with his alma mater, with some friends or whatnot. But overall, something fishy's going on right there with that story, man. That's just not your typical everyday, missing persons report. It's something fishy about that. And like I said, in my estimate, and the way I think, not to say that this is what happened, but I believe that he found something out. He was part of that special crew that if there was an epidemic, that he would be, basically like a first responder, or he would be on the team to handle it. The CDC, which it says the Center for Disease Control, because they control all the disease. They're planning something big, in my estimation. They're planning something big to put on the land. You already got this flu out here. Matter of fact, let me get to that. I didn't even get to that. Slovakia. Let me see if I can find it real quick. Okay, so it says, unfortunately, Cunningham has already been the target of a fake news hoax story. Your Newswire published a story on February 22nd claiming that Cunningham had told them the flu vaccine was dangerous and to go public if anything happened to him. Now it says they gave nothing to back up that claim. In fact, your Newswire is known for attaching outrageous quotes to people. Then it goes in how they said Obama sent a creepy anti-gun tweet, but it really wasn't creepy. It was just it was more supportive for the kids at the false flag school that got shot up. But that's another story. Also, it claimed that right here in November of 2017, for example, they claimed that Keanu Reeves said Hollywood elites drink the blood of children, which anybody that's really in the know knows that these aren't some far-fetched claims. Now they might have been wrong about the Obama tweet, whether that's but they even said that that was supposed to be linked to a different story, I believe. Slakia. They said the Reeves story was linked to a different story. They just got the Obama one wrong. That's my fault, Slakia. But with the blood of the children, we know that the elites, deal with children and they deal with blood. So how was that so fucking far fetched? These people in the world are so closed minded that they can't believe it, but it'd be right there in front of their face. But back to what they were saying about him, and the flu vaccine, saying the flu vaccine was dangerous and to go public if anything happens to him. How many people have died from the flu this year? Okay, I mean that should tell you right there that there's some smoke with this fire. Now maybe this is true, maybe it's not. Maybe it's something bigger, maybe it's not. We don't know. But what we do know is that he's missing. What we do know is that this flu is killing people. What we do know is that they're behind making other dangerous diseases. That's their track record. So if we point the finger at you, you can't be mad. But this is Galatians chapter 4 and 16. It says, I am therefore become your enemy because I tell you the truth. Now that's very well what may have happened with this dude, with this Jake. He may have, wanted to tell the truth, or he seen the truth and he wanted to report the truth, and he became an enemy of the CDC. And now he's missing. Whether he is or not, this nigga is missing. Okay? So I'll let you, be the judge of what you think happened. And, maybe we'll find out in due time. Maybe we won't. But, with that being said, I hope you were edified. With that being said, we give all praise to Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, the honors to the apostles and elders of GMS. Salutes and honors to the elect, all the brothers across the four corners who are enduring, and truth and sincerity, women and children who follow. Shalom.